enter the final weeks of European play, there are some teams really questioning themselves and how their seasons have unfolded. Some are on the struggle bus. So we here, I just want to say, at Morning Footy, we acknowledge that we're all struggling sometimes, and we want to give advice on how best to get yourself off that struggle bus. Michael Lahoud today, who's on your struggle bus aside from the four of us?
Oh boy, and I actually think that's Tommy Scoops, that's your prom picture, because you look like you're ready for prom. But oh, how the mighty have fallen. Real Madrid, the gift that keeps on giving this season. I mean, we could go so many ways. Usually I'm up here doing Under Lahoud, but Under Lahoud can't even save this guy and this team, so they are fully on the struggle bus. I want to start with Carlo Ancelotti. He's been the fall guy this season. Like many managers before him, when things go no bueno, they get the potential sack. And this guy, he's going to get, the gift of riding it out through the season. But this goes well beyond and above Carlo. Less than a year ago, we were celebrating the 15th Champions League. They did the double. Barcelona, their rivals, 0 trophies. They look like they were in a free fall of their own. Flip it forward, now it's Real Madrid who have gotten it wrong. Yes, they go after the crowning jewel, Kylian Mbappe, and you think, okay, this is a team that can compete for everything. We were saying they could compete for everything. We were thinking this project was gonna go, but let's wind it back. The problem with getting Kylian Mbappe, you had a well-oiled machine, and it goes and points to the guy at the very top in Florentino Perez. El Presidente has done it again. He doesn't address the holes. Toni Kroos, he leaves the club. He's done. He's retired from football. And the back line, there were injuries. There were players who were coming back from injuries. You didn't have the right depth, right? So rather than addressing any of those things, he doesn't do that. And he's looking at commercial interests. You're looking at signing Trent Alexander-Arnold when you could have done that in the January window to get better players who could really plug the gaps as your center back trio. And Antonio Rudiger just represented the disaster and represented the calamity and really the classless nature this club has descended into this season. You don't go to the Ballon d'Or ceremony and then you just have a meltdown of epic proportions. Him, Vini, the entire club melting down before our eyes. And now Vinicius Jr., right? This is a guy that he's come under a lot of criticism. Madrid fans, I've been here, Nico, Tommy Scoops, all of us have gone after him and said, this guy maybe Madrid should get rid of, maybe they should cash in on. Over the last couple games, I'm rethinking things. I don't think Vini is the problem. I think there's another Brazilian that's on the right-hand side that's gotten away with murder this season, and that's Rodrygo Goes. Rodrygo's gotten missing in action, man. And when you look at the players, when you look at players on this Madrid side that are cashable, you can cash in for, I'd sell this guy. I'd keep Vini, I'd keep Mbappe, sell Rodrygo. I mean, teams are saying, what, he's 85 million pounds in the making? 85 million pounds? Take the money and run, man. Because if you get that money for him, a guy who's not scored in, 1 goal in 23 games, it's time to go, man. He's been a great servant to the club, not the player he was a season ago. And the impact of Kylian Mbappe has really taken the shine off of him. There's 2 players that I would go after if I'm new manager Xabi Alonso or pending new manager Xabi Alonso, and it's these 2. You got to go after Dean Huijsen, number 1. The buyout clause for him is reported near, 50 million, I think it's pounds or euros. Doesn't matter what the currency is. You pay the money. This is a guy that's a star in the making, has been excellent for Bournemouth this season, and he plugs the holes and deals with the injuries you have in your back line. And this is a kid that's going to be there for the long haul. And then with Xabi Alonso, should he come in, when he comes in, go Florian Wirtz.
Another attacking player?
He can play anywhere. He can play on the right-hand side. He gives you more balance, and he just takes the shine and the pressure off of Kylian Mbappe. I think he could be that missing link for Real Madrid. So if you want to get off the struggle bus, listen to your boy, because it tends to work out for you.
Ooh, okay.
I think you're bugging with the Florian Wirtz.
Really? Why do you think that?
I just think another overbooking of attacking players. I think the problems have been in the balance of the team. They're good up top. I think they got the players up top. But in the midfield, is Dani Ceballos your guy moving forward? I think that's a big question. Do you have someone that can give the team order like Toni Kroos did? That was the biggest issue they didn't address. Toni Kroos gave
I just love it.
Why is there a stink in the background? Listen, Toni Kroos gave this team a lot of order, and they lost that. And Dani Ceballos, towards the beginning of 2025, kind of picked it up. And Real Madrid were looking a little bit different. Then he got injured, and that was a big miss. So having someone in that position, is that Arda Güler? Arda Güler, there's been flashes already in the last couple of games of, oh, this guy's not just a winger and a 10. He can drop deep and give you order, but is he ready for that responsibility at this young age? I'm not sure. And then Trent, like, are we moving past Carvajal? Is he going to be back at the same level after his injury? We don't know, but reportedly Trent is going to Real Madrid. That's a massive boost in the backline. I'm more concerned in the midfield and the backline than I am up top at this point. Even if they get rid of Rodrygo, it opens up space for everybody.
I'll give you a name. You don't even have to go external. Move Jude Bellingham back. Jude Bellingham could play that role with his eyes closed. Jude Bellingham, a complete midfielder, you can still get Florian Wirtz. But you get a pure attacking midfielder around the show.
I would want Jude, if you're saying that, I'd want him as like the all-action number 8. I would like to see them bring in Zubamendi from Real Sociedad if they can win that race. And Real Madrid, when they come, few players say no. I know he's turned down Liverpool. There's been some Arsenal links. There's been some other stuff. If they could bring in Zubamendi, I think that would be a big help. What I'm worried about is connecting the team to these attackers. Mbappe is not the best counter-presser in the world. Vinicius Jr., neither. So what they need is, as you said, order in the midfield, and I think Zubamendi would be the best.
What about the manager, though? What about this guy sitting right back here behind me, Carlo Ancelotti? Reports between him and Brazil, coaching by June. As of this morning, those have stalled a little bit. What about it? What about that?
Well, I don't think
How does that weigh into all this?
So it's important kind of in the short term and the right now, but whether he goes to Brazil or Saudi Arabia or he takes a vacation, I don't think he's going to be the Real Madrid manager next season. So it's almost besides the point if we're looking forward, because unless that we're talking about the La Liga title race, which I know that you're not, so that for right now, in Real Madrid's case, yes, this is a big story. Yes, it's something to deal with. But if we're talking for 25, 26, I don't think it matters.
And you do mention the short term. I feel like that's an inevitable conversation. And you have a Clásico on May 11th. That's this coming, not this weekend, but the one afterwards. And with all of these reports, Brazil wants Ancelotti. Ancelotti's got, like, how are the players going to be buy-in when you've lost Copa del Rey, you've been eliminated from the Champions League, and now you need to close that 4-point gap? Just from a psychological perspective, it feels a little bit awkward, really, on top of the injuries.
Well, I mean, look at this list. The big question that we've been having has been who's going to play right back, right? Who do you put it right back? Who's going to play center back? do you move Jude back? Tchouaméni's going to go back? Kylian Mbappe going to go back? I mean, at this point...
No, Tchouaméni's going to go back. It's going to be Tchouaméni, Asensio, Valverde has to be right back. And then left back, it's going to be Fran Garcia. And then in the midfield, Güler, Modric, Rodrygo, Bellingham, Mbappe. I'm missing one player. Brahim? I don't know.